Today I'm here to tell you about the life of Pioglitazone, Pi for short, and share a little bit about the small molecule therapeutic life cycle. So, like any good story, we need to start with our villain. No, our villain is not the cheeseburger, nor is it the woman, but rather the result of our indulgence. In a word, diabetes. Type 2 diabetes, as many of you know, is an unfortunate villain in that it can really interfere with our desired lifestyle. And that's where our hero is born, with one simple idea. Can we identify a drug to alter this paradigm and enable those with diabetes to continue living their past lifestyles? So we begin with the development timeline, at the stage of discovery, where risk is at its highest and value is non-existent. The lower you are, the higher your mind will want to soar. And like any good biomedical problem, researchers enlisted a mouse model to test their hypothesis that it may be possible to have your cake and eat it too, even with diabetes. In the end of the last century, multiple teams of researchers toiled in companies and academics centers to find our hero, and it was our neighbors across the street who came out on top. Yes, Takeda found the solution, a small molecule, daily oral dosage to solve our diabetes problem. Takeda was off to the races with their therapeutic candidate, burning through millions of dollars and pushing through phase 1, 2, and 3 clinical trials. Ultimately, they hit their mark in patients, successfully restoring insulin sensitivity, and in July of 1999, they received FDA approval for US sales. So at this point, our hero, Pi, is sitting pretty. With risk all but negligible, it was time to go to the bank. And oh man, did Pi go to the bank. By 2008, Pi had managed to rack up $2.4 billion in US sales, around $4 billion globally, making it the 10th best-selling drug that year, and over the course of a decade, treating nearly 10 million patients with type 2 diabetes. And so our hero has seemingly triumphed, set to ride off into the generic drug sunset, but not all as well. Because while Pi was treating those 10 million patients and raking in billions of dollars in sales, a legal situation developed to the tune of 10,000 lawsuits. Patients on Pi turned out to be experiencing higher rates of bone fracture, macular edema, and most concerningly, dramatic increases in bladder cancer. In total, Pi was done for. To this day, the litigation of Actos, our hero's pseudonym, has been prolific. Only recently has Pi passed the legal storm. Takeda settled en masse to the tune of a bargain $2.3 billion and managed to keep Pi on the market. So our story yet again seems at an end. The legal dispute settled, the patents expired, it was finally Pi's turn to walk away. That is, until about 6 months ago, when a team of researchers identified that as a combination therapeutic, Pi can effectively cure chronic myeloid leukemia. So the stage is set for Pi to make a return from the dead, something we can all take interest in. Thank you.